Today's recipe is chicken and yogurt, which is a fantastic curry, and there is an Indian cookbook for the Thermomix which has this recipe in it. So I'm just going to weigh in 40 grams of oil to start with, and we're just going to heat that oil for 1 minute at 100 degrees speed spoon. And we're just going to weigh in 150 grams of onions. That's about 2 medium-sized onions. And we're just going to add in 10 grams of garlic, and then I'm going to add in 20 grams of ginger. I've sliced it into 2 millimeter thick coins, and we'll just pop that in, 20 grams. A couple of green chilies. If you don't like your curry too hot, then either make it less chilies or just split them in half and take the seeds out. And here we're just going to add in 10 grams of coriander as well. And that's just a little handful, really. So there we go, everything in, ready to chop. And we're going to chop and saute this all together. So I'm just going to set the timer for 5 minutes because I'm going to make this chopping part of our cooking time. So 100 degrees, we'll just chop it with the measuring cup on, and then we'll take the measuring cup off for the sauteing. And there it is, all chopped in about 1.5 seconds, and it's just sauteing gently now. Now we've got our sauteed mixture all sizzling there beautifully, and it's ready to add our dry spices to, and the salt. So it's 2 teaspoons of coriander, 2 teaspoons of cumin, half a teaspoon of turmeric, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And that just goes in, and we're going to cook that for 3 minutes with the measuring cup on this time to keep in all the beautiful flavors. At 100 degrees, again, speed spoon is fine. So I'll just show you now. You'll see that the spices are actually starting to cook now and getting a lovely color on them. And what we're going to do, because it's really important in Indian cooking that you actually cook the spices out properly. So we're just going to add 100 grams of water, which is the same as 100 mils. There we are. And we'll just add that in and cook it again for another 5 minutes. You can hear it bubbling away. And you can see what's happened there. And it smells beautiful. The smell is much softer now and more gentle and sort of much more together, if I might say that. And what we're going to add now is 500 grams of Greek-style yogurt. And we're just going to add 70 grams of tomato paste. This is a concentrate. Now at this point you've got a vegetarian sauce. So if you wanted to just cook this together for about 2 or 3 minutes and then take some out, if you're cooking for some vegetarians, that's fine. And then just stick it in a pan, add some vegetables, some paneer, some tofu, whatever you wanted to put with it, or some chickpeas. But we're going to cook it for meat eaters. And we're going to weigh in 500 grams of chicken now. And again, what you've got here is you've got the yogurt, you've got the tomato paste, and you've got the chicken. Normally with yogurt it splits, and you have to add it tablespoon by tablespoon and stir it in really gently and carefully when you're cooking a sauce. But because we can choose our temperatures in the Thermomix, and because it stirs and cooks so gently, we don't have to worry about that, which is fantastic. So you can just weigh it all in and go. So what we're going to do for chicken thigh meat, which is what this is, We're just going to set this for 20 minutes. If it was chicken breast meat, set it for 15 minutes. 100 degrees, and we're going to use the reverse blade buttons. So we're just coming to the end of the cooking of our curry now, this fantastic chicken and yogurt curry. And we're just going to let that finish. And I'll just let you know, I actually cooked some basmati rice. I steamed it in the internal steaming basket of the Thermomix in another bowl before I actually started cooking the curry. So it's just been sitting here waiting, and it's perfectly ready now and beautiful to serve with our curry. So we'll just keep that hot there while I show you what the curry looks like. When you've cooked something Indian, you usually see a beautiful sheen of oil on top, just like that. And it actually means that your curry is cooked perfectly. Don't worry about the oil, it's actually not all that much. And you do stir it in to serve. So we'll just take some of the rice. Every kind of rice cooks absolutely wonderfully, gorgeously in the Thermomix. So I'll just put some rice out on the plate, and then we'll add some of the chicken and yogurt. And just pour that over top. And we've got a beautiful, beautiful curry. A little bit of a garnish with some coriander. And you're ready to serve a magnificent dish, chicken and yogurt with steamed basmati rice.